On my own, broken and alone, I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I had a lot of questions saying, oh, like, what was your ex like and all this stuff because of my Say It or Shut It. I did get a few messages regarding that. So I thought I'd give you basically a love life update, just to kind of give you what happened, and basically I'm spilling the tea. So basically when I was 16, I didn't really speak to a lot of people at my school. I didn't really get along with people at my school. So I kind of kept myself to myself. I can't remember if he popped up to me or I popped up to him. Me and him, we were chatting for quite a long time. We met up about 3 or 4 times, I think. So we met up a few times. He was popular at his school. I was the complete opposite. We were more intrigued to find out what each other was like. But basically me and him, we went to the cinema. We kind of always sat at the back. These kids would always mock us because like we would all, like, he would have his arm around me. This was when like romance was quite a thing. Me and him, he lived about 15 minutes away, 20 minutes by like car. So for a 16-year-old, that was quite far. So I did kind of end it. I was like, I don't think we can always meet up. The thing is, I have a wall, and if I get so close to someone, I usually end it. And I always regret it. Like, there's past relationships that should have lasted, and I do regret some of the relationships that I ended. But this one I don't at all. He would always come around to mine, and I was always scared for boys to come around mine because I had 2 older brothers, and both of them were very protective of me. They still are. Like, if someone was to do something, I know they would be there in a shot. He wasn't the best guy in my life. I really couldn't rely on him. He was very argumentative. He was very emotionally abusive. I ended it, and then a few months later or a year later, I kind of popped up to him on Facebook or Instagram, I think. I don't think he had Instagram at that time, I don't think. It kind of went downhill quite quickly. I popped up to him, I think, just to say like he was my first kiss, so there's always going to be feelings there. And I said to him, like, how are you? Do you want to meet up, catch up? And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, if you wouldn't have ended it, we'll still be together right now. And I was like, I didn't pop up for you to say that. I was just saying, do you want to meet up and catch up? Because we were quite good friends. He was there through thick and thin. But at that age, I was very immature. I've never had a relationship before. I've never spoken to a guy before. I was being bullied. I wasn't having the best time with my mum's boyfriend at the time. I was just not having the best time in general. And for him to say that, it was just out of order. There was no need for that. And I was like, okay, whatever, like, I was like, I'm done. And then a few months later, he kind of popped up to me. He goes, do you want to meet up? I was at college at this point. We kind of met up, we talked. He goes, oh, do you want to stay around mine tonight? And I was like, oh, no. My mum was very strict when it came to boys. She goes, no boy can stay around, no boy, you can't stay around boys. Yeah, as soon as it's my brothers, oh, it's fine. My mum was like, I don't want you to get a reputation. And I'm like, okay, mum, that's a bit rude. But I didn't want to risk it anyway. I just knew my mum wouldn't say yes, so I didn't even think about it. And my mum knew what he was like, so she would have said no, like, straight away. We went our separate ways. I popped up to him again saying, hi, like, how are you, and all this stuff. I don't have the messages, unfortunately, because I think they're all on my old phone, and I don't have my old phone because it was stolen. So I don't have any messages. I'll try and find some, and if I can find some, I'll insert them throughout the video. When I was at college, a few weeks later, he obviously got offended by me not staying around his. Like, he got a girlfriend a few weeks later, and he went on his girlfriend's account to ask, oh, do you want a threesome? I was like, no. Like, you have a girlfriend? I knew it was kind of him, but I was like, don't you have a boyfriend? I just remember him asking for a threesome, and I was like, no. And then like he was just being very immature. He would make immature comments saying that I was fat and all this stuff. And that's what hurt me the most, because he knows how self-conscious I was about my weight. He knows everything about me because we would speak constantly when I was at school. I'll tell him what happened, how bad my day was. I'll tell him everything about me, and he would use my weaknesses as a way to get to me. And I just thought, I was like, I trusted you with everything that I've told you, and you say that? Like, what type of person is that? Why would you say that? Okay, me and him kind of didn't speak for a while. I worked at this pub. If you looked at my old videos, I did work at a pub. Him and his friends came in the pub, and I said to like my colleagues, I was like, I'm not going to that table. I'm sorry, I'm not going to that table. Because I saw him walk in. I was like, why is he here? Of all pubs in Bletchley, or like just in general, why do you have to choose this one? Like, yes, he can go wherever he wants, but at the same time, like, he knows I work there and he's been disrespectful. So, like, why all of a sudden have you gone to the pub that I work at? It just made no sense whatsoever. But I said to my colleague, I was like, I could hear them laughing, giggling, and I tried to avoid them, but I kept seeing them, like, look over and laughing, and I was like, and it just wasn't funny. It was just very naive and stupid of them to do that. Like, you're grown adults at your age. I think I got a phone call either before or after this. Basically, he prank called me on a phone saying, I'm from the NHS and I've got your test results back and you're obese. And I just kind of hung up. I didn't know what to do. I was like, how could he say that to me? Like, weight isn't a problem, don't get me wrong. But the fact that he said that to me after we were in a relationship together and we told each other everything, we got along, he was my first kiss and everything, and he says that, like, what else would he say? And it was on an unknown number, but I recognised his voice. I knew it was him. I just knew it was him. And he acts all high and mighty, like he's the perfect guy in a relationship. The thing is, I do have him on Instagram at this point. We don't speak at all, but when I turned 18 or 19, I think, I went to Pink Punters with my friend. I was in the R&B room, which is downstairs. If you don't know Pink Punters, there's 3 floors. The bottom floor is like house and R&B, and then the middle floor's like pop, and then you have a top floor which is like a hotel bar now, whereas before it was kind of like a space where you could just sit down and relax. And there was a bar up there, so when the bottom floors were too busy, we always used to go out there and get drinks. But basically, me and him, I saw him at the club. We were in the R&B room, and we were walking our way out because I noticed him, and I said to my friend, like, I don't want to be here, can we leave? Because I don't want to be here. I felt this person slap my ass, and I was like, so I turned around to see who it is because I was about to go raging crazy. And I turned around and it was him. I was like, what is going through your head to think that you could do that? But basically, I turned around, gave him the dirtiest look, and he was just winking and smiling at me. I was like, don't wink and smile at me. Like, he had the audacity to do that. But I think that was kind of everything that happened between me and him. There isn't much more to tell you. He was just a really, I don't want to come across like he is. Don't get me wrong, he was a nice guy, because otherwise what would I see in him to date him? Unless I was blinded. Like, he was a good looking lad, and then it kind of all went downhill. Sorry if you're watching this. I don't know if he does watch my videos because I have him on Instagram. But me and him, we just, at the end, we didn't get along. We just didn't. He played cricket. He was a genuine nice guy when we first met, and then it kind of just all went downhill. I don't know if he was a nice guy or I was just blinded by the fact that I liked him so much. I don't know. There always will be a piece of me that will never be over him. Like, your first relationship, you'll never fully be over. And I think it's going to take me a while for me to get over him properly. Everyone's going to be like, oh, it's been years, why don't you just get over him? Yes, it may be years, but at the same time, I personally wanted to try it again a few years ago. And then we went up the City Centre, me, Dad's girlfriend, and her daughter. We went up to the city centre and I saw him with another girl holding her hand. No, my dad's girlfriend could tell something was wrong, and she was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I thought me and my ex were giving it a chance, but I've just seen him hold another girl's hand. My dad's girlfriend's granddaughter basically went to the same school as him, so she knew him. They didn't really, I think he knew her, I'm not 100% sure. But basically, she didn't know what was happening between me and him like a few years ago. I don't think she found out that I was actually dating him until then, I can't remember. But me and her were quite close. We told each other everything when we were like, I think 16, 17. We used to have like sleepovers. We were really close. It kind of just all went downhill. I was really upset. I still am upset. When I overthink it does get me down. Like when I've told my friends that I live with right now what he's done, they go like, why would you stay with him when he's done that? Because I loved him. Like I really, really liked him. Like what was I meant to do? It's not as easy to get over someone nowadays. It's harder to get over someone. She goes, oh, I've known people that have been together like a long time. My mum and dad have been together a long time. And I said to her, personally for me, I don't see relationships always lasting. And she goes, well, my mum and my dad have, and then like her friends have. And I'm like, yeah, but personally from my perspective, none of my friends or my parents' relationships have lasted. So I said to her, I don't believe that relationships do last. And if they do, that's good on them. But personally for me, I just don't think they last. And then she goes, it's really sad that you think that. And I was like, yes, I know. That's why it affects all my relationships. Because I have no trust in guys and I need to get that trust. And it's not as easy as people think to get that trust back. Anyway, I know this was a bit of a deep video. I've been doing quite deep videos lately. Please let me know what videos you want to see and I will do them. Please give this video a massive thumbs up. Please like and subscribe because I know 70% of you are not subscribed. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a massive thumbs up. Click that bell to get notified when I upload more videos. I love you all so much and I'll see you next time.